Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So as the title says, I bought more shares of SoFi after the stock crashed because I thought, hey, earnings were pretty good. Why not? And I'm not the only one that bought more shares. CEO Anthony Noto did the same thing. Now, we're going to have a listen at a couple of comments that he made during a couple of interviews last week. We're going to go and look at a couple of numbers that were pretty interesting and again reassures me that this company will only go up. The stock will do what the stock will do, but so long as the business continues to perform, management continues to execute, to me, I'm okay with that. Let's first have a look at the state of the company right now. So, of course, record quarters of revenue, I think it was 18 or so. No issues there. And of course, when you look at free cash flow right now, it's not really a pretty picture. In the last 12 months, negative $8.5 billion. But when you go even further down, you see here return on equity. We're still in the negative area, but it is improving. And as we know, later this year, we should be GAAP profitable. So expect that free cash flow, in my opinion, to start turning a corner. Now we look at gross profit margin that has been increasing as well. If you look at price to book ratio, which by the way is now by definition, it's under 1. So by definition, it is undervalued. You basically take total assets minus liabilities, you divide that by the amount of shares and then by the price and you get this number. So it's now at 0.9 times in the last 12 months. But if you look at this quarter purely, it's at 0.8. Again, no brainer in my opinion. If you look at stock-based compensation, it's now, by the way, less than EBITDA for the first time. So it is trending down and that's trending in the right direction. If you look at price to sales ratio in the next 12 months, 2.3x. Usually we want to see it closer to 1, but 2.3x for a company that grows revenue 40% year over year. To be honest, fair price to pay. So there you have it. That's a major overview. If that's enough for you, you can click away, maybe hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not, would really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Now let's have a listen to what he had to say about trust.
One of the things that we've seen at SoFi is that our members trust us greatly, not just with their checking and savings needs, but their needs more broadly, whether it's their credit card or their brokerage account or buying a home or paying for college education or refinancing. We just posted our 8th consecutive quarter of revenue in yesterday with 46% year-over-year growth, $460 million of revenue. Those 8 consecutive quarters of record revenue performance reflect the trust and reliability that we're delivering for our members.
Very, very important these days, especially when you are a financial institution, and in this case, they're also a bank. Very, very important to have trust. Now remember, they did say in their latest earnings report, with our launch of offering FDIC insurance of up to $2 million, 97% of their deposits were insured at quarter end. And by the way, of course, the question now is, as they continue to have more and more deposits, they're well on track to have another $2 billion of deposits flowing in next quarter. Will that number stay 97%? Remains to be seen. In my opinion, pretty certain it will stay this high. Now, with regards to SoFi Bank, that generated $73 million of GAAP, not non-GAAP, of GAAP net income at a 20% margin. So again, everything is trending the right direction. Now, some more comments he made, of course, with regards to him buying back shares just after the SVB collapse, again, with regards to trust.
So the business is operating on all cylinders and we're able to weather the storm that's out there because of our diversification and our unique approach. And so I'm focused on the long term. And when I see opportunities of uncertainty and investor concern, I want to make sure I express my confidence by putting my money where my mouth is.
So for those that don't know, insiders sell their shares for many reasons. But when you buy shares, it's only for one reason. It's because you think that your shares will be worth much more in the future because you have trust in your business. You know where the business is going. Because let's be honest, insiders don't like to just buy shares for the heck of buying. No, it's basically burning money if they know that the business isn't performing well. So again, this is showing trust to not only investors, but to their clients as well. Because showing that your bank is healthy financially is showing a great amount of trust. And that's very, very important in a current macroeconomic environment. Now, what's even better is showing strength as well. So with regards to home loans, they say they did execute a $440 million. By the way, this is in the earnings call. So $440 million consumer loans ABS, which is asset-backed securities, transaction with spread that outperforms our expectations, and we are able to price at 90 basis points over SOFR, which is secured overnight financing rate. Now, the deal was 8 times oversubscribed with over 28 orders, which allows us to tighten spread meaningfully by 80 basis points relative to the deal that we did back in Q4 that had comparable collateral. So pretty solid on that front. And then now with regards to the SoFi Travel, their deal, their partnership with Expedia, I'll explain a bit more, but first, a little quote here from the earnings call. So last week, we raised our savings rate again to 4.2%. And just this morning, which by the way, they will intend to keep this as high as possible for long as possible, even if rates will be coming down because, well, first of all, they can. Second of all, it will probably make them gain even more market share. This morning, so last week, they announced SoFi Travel in partnership with Expedia, which will include member discounts and 3% cashback rewards on bookings made with the SoFi credit card. SoFi Travel is a digital destination that represents our first non-financial product effort to help our members spend better in the next phase in SoFi's mission to help our members achieve financial independence. And during one of the interview, he also said that they're not going to stop there. They're going to go over probably in the sports industry, which makes sense, right? Because, well, SoFi Stadium, and the entertainment industry as well. And why not the restaurant business? Would make total sense. Again, this is about creating an ecosystem, locking you in the ecosystem and making you stay there. Because yes, today it is pretty easy to switch from one bank to the other, from one financial product to the other. It's pretty easy, basically a couple of clicks here and there on your phone and you're done. But if you create an ecosystem, if users use multiple products, then yes, you are basically locked in. I mean, look at Apple, prime example. The Apple ecosystem is a pretty strong one. Again, creating ecosystems, making sure that the customer gets locked in, offering great service, because if you're offering great service, why would someone consider to go elsewhere? Just wouldn't make any sense. And so, all in all, taking all of that information into consideration, plus the stock being at what was it, 470, 480 or something like that, to me, good enough. I'm not here to time the market. I'm here to spend time in the market. My position for SoFi isn't even that big, all things considered, in my portfolio. I'll update the holdings on Twitter, pinned comment. If you want to follow that, well, it's free, it's Twitter. You can go follow me there. Again, to me, it's pretty simple. So long as the company, the management keeps executing, I don't really care what the stock does in the short term, because I know that the stock will figure it out and then it will do what it has to do so long as the business continues to perform. That's about it for me in this video. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you buy? Any more shares? Did you sell? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.